Rock Dash. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Peace to the gods, the gods, the gods, the gods. Alright, peace to the goddesses, 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 goddesses. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. We are in the building. How y'all feel out there on this beautiful, beautiful Monday, Manifestation Monday? Peace to the gods in the building. Beyond Smith, nobody goes further. We out here on this beautiful Monday, Manifesting Monday. How was your weekend? Did y'all enjoy yourself? Did y'all have fun? Did y'all get to be magical beings out there? Did y'all get to be God? Express the Godhood? Huh? What y'all do? Was it amazing? I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was. Hey, Goddess Luki Hana in the building. The light bringer. We all here. Goddess Luki Hana. Hana in the building. We here. The gods is here. The goddesses is here. It's a beautiful day. I hope my phone don't overheat. Y'all know how we do. It gets hot up in here. Try to keep this thing somewhere where the shade don't run out. Right? The sun be on the clock. All right, all right. How I feel though? We doing good. It's a good day. Life's good. You know, we out here, Priest King, having fun, enjoying life. Today's conversation, it's a really good conversation. I've been thinking about this for a while. Something we can get into. Definitely. Peace to the gods and the goddesses. So today's question is, do the gods really exist? Do the gods exist? Is it a real thing? And a lot of us are professing reincarnated, living, accepting one with, right? God, right? We are God, right? So, what is God? How does this thing work? If the gods is real, how is it real? What does it mean? Talk your I want to know. So let's get into it. Of course, y'all know y'all dealing with me. Y'all dealing with timeline. So we starting from timeline in my world, right? In the beginning, there was oneness. In the beginning, it was just one, and the oneness and the one recognized I am. Oneness recognized itself. It recognized that, hey, I'm here, I'm everything. It's all good. Oneness was experiencing of internal perpetual peace, a life of bliss, a life of gratefulness and a great gratitude and love and peace. But one day, oneness decided to see how much. I'm sorry, let me say this again. So one day, oneness decided to see how great it could be. Seems crazy because oneness only exists in the world. Oneness realized that there is only me, but what about me is exciting? What about me is fantastic? What about me is dangerous? What about me needs to be more work? So the great I am decided to set a stage, to set a table. So it created a word, right? Peace to the goddesses. So it created a word. And in this word existed the world, right? So let's go back a step. When the great I am decided to set the stage, right? That was the creation of the universe. Because the word universe comes from two words, like a universe, like a unicycle, like a singing in unison, right? So when you have a verse, it's to set against, like you have a song set against a beat, that's a verse, right? So the great I am decided to set the stage, to set its to set a scene for its ideas to grow, for its ideas to be nurtured into blossomhood, right? So now the stage is set. The great I am, the oneness, can only use things that exist. So it used itself. It used its own depth, its own power, its own energy to create the world, right? So, in the beginning of the world, there were only gods, filled with the energy of the I am. In the beginning of the world, there were only connections and different dynamics of the connection to the great I am. Everybody that existed in the beginning was a representation of the great I am. They represented a character, they represented a description, they represented uh, an attribute, but everything in the beginning was a mirror of the great I am. Time passes, the energy continues to move. As we all know, energy does not die, energy can only be transferred. So this universe continues to expand. The energy, the ideas of the great I am continue to move, continue to encompass. And one of the ideas of the great I am was, what would I do if I could create with the energy of lesser energy? So one day, the gods that lived on the earth created from the great I am. Sorry, the gods that lived in heaven. Now, mind you, we talk about different dimensions of life, but there are different dimensions in life. So there are the gods that live in heaven, right? Now, there can be heaven on earth, and this is what I'm speaking of. So there are gods that live in heaven that are reflections of the great I am. There are gods that live in heaven that are connected to the great I am, right? So, as these gods have matured and lived, they decided to create and to demonstrate their gifts of the great I am and to create beings to represent their image. Meaning, and mind you, that their image is only a reflection, a depiction, a description of the great I am. So, these lesser beings grew, these lesser beings also matured, and these lesser beings began to mix and to meander with the gods, right? So, in today's world, there are still gods that are in this world, and there are gods that are mixed with the gods that have been created by the gods that were created by the great I am. But are there gods? So that's what your understanding will allow you to, and it only feels right to those who understand. That's it. There are the beginning. So that is the story of Are There Gods? Okay, so are there gods? Now we live in this world, right? We wake up every day and we know who we are. Having that backdrop, having that scene set, understanding that there are only ingredients, peace to the goddesses, that there are only ingredients from the I am, that there are only ingredients from the great oneness, right? Then there can only be gods in the world. Now, are you a god? That's something that you have to discover. That's something that you have to work for, and that's something that you have to journey to see. Because again, the energy of the original gods is stuck on this earth because there is no other place to go. There is only this stage. See, we are all part of the great I am. And the great I am has a great master plan, which is to discover itself, to get back to its inner peace, into its perpetual state of bliss, harmony. See, the great I am is only existing in this perpetual state to find the true end, right? We all know the true end is the same thing as the true beginning, right? Which is inner peace, perpetual bliss. So, what is the purpose of having all power? What is the purpose of having all knowledge? These are tools to use to gain perpetual bliss, inner peace. So, when we look at life and we see that there are people that have more power, we see that there are people that have more insight, there are people that have greater vision, we can see the work of the I am. We can see the work of the great gods on earth, right? Now, let's get into us, right? How does this reflect on us? How does this make us um, part and parcel, right, to the gifts and the covenants, right, of being I ams, right? So, again, understanding that this is the great lesson, that this is the great stage of oneness where we are here to perfect our ideas, but we are here to reflect and depict the great I am, right? That is what we have to get back to. See, that spirituality is, see, again, I'm not spooky, but that spirituality is the spirituality of the beginning, the spirituality of the gods, right? See, when you are a god, all you have to do is exist. We take the spookiness out of it, right? Because I tell you that spirituality is breathing. I am a god. As long as I am God. So my spirituality is to maintain my existence. My spirituality is to better my existence. My spirituality is to further my existence, right? To further my enhancements. So, as a God, I'm up for the challenge. I'm first at every obstacle. I'm front and center for every um, time that someone says that I can't do it, because those are opportunities for me to connect, for me to tap into the energy that lies within inside of me, right? So, again, in this modern day and age, in this modern day and time, we get to look at us. We get to feel, and we get to feel more. We get to decide, are we one of these gods, and then search on the path to make it real or not, to make it true or not. It's up to us to begin this spiritual journey back to our higher self, right? Because I will even tell you, I've never not said it, that the energy that is within you is calling you. That is this journey. This journey is the thing that is like, no one is telling you that you deserve better, right? No one can force that upon you. It's the energy that's calling you to your higher self, to your best life, right? So are there gods? Right? How do you feel? How do you know that you're different? Have you tested your powers? Have you tested your differences? See, that's what makes us gods versus some people who are afraid to test their differences, who are afraid to manifest the power that lies within inside of them. Again, if you want to use science, if you want to use um, astrology, all of these things are accessible to you because they're all depictions, right? See, that's the beautiful thing about America, right? And this American spirituality that I teach, right? Black Indian spirituality, right? Is that you get to understand the oneness, the connection to everything, and your connection to it. You get to understand the cosmic will, the soul kin, how we reincarnate, and how we come back with more power than what we left with. How each time that we come here, we have an opportunity to make the world better. Like again, when we say that these gods that were created by the great I am, that were willed by the great I am, created other gods, they were trying to make the world better. They were trying to add on to the greater plan of expanding and expansion and peace and bliss. You see? So this time around, are you willing? Are you ready? Because these are individual decisions here. These are individual callings that we have to answer. The power lies within. There are no outside forces that are stopping us when we are one, when we connect to oneness, right? So, are there gods is a question that we must answer with the indomitable yes. It's a question that we must feel the answer to, not with our mind, but with our hearts, with our souls. Are there gods? Is a yes. Are there beings spiritually connected to the source of all things? Yes. Are there beings reincarnated here to bring the best and the brightest to the world? Yes. Are you one of them? See, again, a lot of people don't have to worry about if we're one. It's are you one? It's are you one? We know we're one. We feel the resonance. We feel the power. We test the power. See, like again, that's why I want us to get back to peace to the goddesses, goddess abundance. That's why I want us to get back to this a real American spirituality where we reflect the oneness. Our names are reflections of the oneness. We are embodiments of God. Again, everybody in the beginning was a description of God. Everything was a reflection of God. These were the originals. These were the ones that felt their connection. They stayed connected. They stayed close. And they wanted to represent God. They wanted to embody the idea of an aspect of God's power. Of the one's power. That's what made them God. You see? So being one, having all power, having a reflection of all knowing is our goal in 2024. Everything we do needs to be a representation of the oneness, of the source power. Everything we think needs to be expansion, needs to be adding on. Like again, like we can say that this, like I say, we can say that the source and its goal is peace, its goal is love, but its tools are earth, wind, and fire. You see? Like we can respect the divine master plan, but we have to be willing to work for the end goal. We have to be willing to use the earth. We have to be willing to use the fire, right? In order to forge a brighter tomorrow. See, the beautiful thing is that connection, is that everything comes from the one. Everything was born and bred from oneness. Some more than others, but it's still energy. It's still prevalent in the world. You see? So the ones that have that energy, the ones that have that direct connection to source, have to strengthen that connection, have to test their powers and enhance their powers, because that is the goal of life. There is no other goal in life. The I am wanted to know itself. The I am wanted to demonstrate its power. Like, that is what we try to tell people. We try to remind people that if you're living like a God, if you're living like the great I am, you should be working on knowing yourself, knowing more, expanding your growth, expanding your potential, expanding your power, expanding your influence, because that is the will of the I am. Like, there is a concept of work, right? And the concept of work comes from a greater concept. That greater concept is the concept of worship, right? The greater concept of work comes from the concept of worship. So these are things that we must understand. Like, when you worship God, you have great works, right? You are represented through your great works. You have to move your power. You have to wield your power. You have to tap into your I am. You have to tap into your soul. And my friends keep telling me to cool it down, slow it down. You gotta. Oh, let me see what y'all saying out here. Saya, God is our greatest helper, guide, friend, and beyond. Real shit. The guides. Let there be light. Universe, ancient rhyme, time. Align with the stars, sun. I am not. I'm body gifted, no doubt. So yes, let's keep trying without the interruptions from the algorithm from this damn dope. But yes, that is today's essence of the conversation there. How do you feel about God? Now that you know the power of God, now that you know the origins of God, Now that you know the true existence of God, is God real to you? Is God a real thing to you? Have you felt the power of God? Have you felt the energy of God? Have you felt the source of all things? See, again, like I hate to be spooky. I'd rather just say be a reflection. Let's be the one. Let's be the source of oneness. Let's be the source of power in the world. You see, because again, I understand that I can take you down the history path, but that might not give you the power. It might not make you feel connected to source. It might not make you feel you don't know about your mama. You don't know about your daddy. You don't know where they from and if they won. Well, you gotta test it. You gotta find out. Oh, I'm such. I'm this that. Nigga, you got to test it. You gotta find out. Because again, magic is only a symptom. I deal in I am. I deal in the law of attraction. I deal in speaking into existence. This is the symptoms of God. These are the tools. These are representations of the power of God. I am. Like again, if you're not calling yourself into existence, if you're not spitting this venom into the world, if you're not manifesting the next level, you're afraid. And I get it. We are afraid, but we can't be afraid anymore. There are gods. There are gods. There are powerful beings on earth. You can be one. You can be better than one. What are you going to do with your power? Are you going to use it for good? Like we can be better than these people. We can be stronger than these people. We have all power. We got to start being reflections, start being descriptions, start being depictions of oneness, start being depictions of the energy that created all things. Start knowing that that energy flows within us. We got to start knowing that that energy is what they're calling blood. We call it like that's the thing that gets us going. That's what runs through our veins. That energy. I always going to remind you about the soul glow, being part of the soul kin. They call it a calendar. They say it's a calendar, but it's just a marking. It's just how we measure the times of when the souls come back. You ever have imagine a calendar, but it's a soul calendar. That's what it is. It's a calendar for souls. When is when is the real coming back? This is the sixth sun. This is the new day. We are here. The real has returned. Y'all afraid of real energy. Y'all afraid of all power. We be watching too much TV. We want to find somebody to point the finger at instead of looking inside and finding all power. We want to be upset instead of looking inside and finding peace and bliss. Because again, if the gods wanted to create a world, what can you do? If the work of the gods is to make a better world, then what will you do? Are the gods real? Who's making a better world? Who's out here controlling the minds? It's time for the gods to be real. It's time for the gods to show how real they are. See, that's the thing about it. Like, it's no need to be afraid of what's happening across the universe when we can control what's happening here on Earth. We can control the wins and the losses. We can control the future and the past because we're connected. Say that again. Say that again. Right. The eclipse was for the change to happen inside. The big deal was the sixth sun. It's a lot of things we don't understand about this energy here. We don't understand about this energy. What is the sun? What is the sun? Right? Like we don't understand about this energy here. We don't understand about this energy, how you create vibration, how you create energy, how you create goodwill. What is the sun? You see, like the sun is not heat. The sun is energy. The sun is source material. That's why the sun vibrates and regulates you differently. You are a soul being. You are a soul man, a soul woman, right? You supposed to be tapped into the sun. Like I was like, I had a sunburn. I didn't even realize this shit. Cause I be tapped into the sun, right? But that's what you gotta do. Like you don't think black people are sunburned and shit. But I had a little sunburn like the other day. Like, what is this? You don't get it, right? So we gotta be out there more so we can get used to it and shit. Because we are the soul people. We are connected to the sun. It's a radiation. It's something that happens when the energy connects to your skin cells. It's a diffusion and it's an infusion. It's power. I tell you, everything that we do is what they call electricity. Breathing is a form of of electricity, of creating electricity. People don't understand that breathing is a form of creating electricity. So if you want power, don't you want to get more electricity? See what I'm saying? But they don't want to be gods. They don't want more power. They don't want to understand how you can wield and control electricity, how you can charge yourself up electrically. You know what I mean? You better get some Gatorade, get your electrolytes. You know what I'm saying? But they want to be mad at black spirituality, at black American Indian spirituality, because we're going to tell you how to charge up off this source energy, off this source power. People are afraid of the door. They're afraid of these cosmic doors opening and these cosmic energies being washed away. Again, like when I tell you about a restart, a reset, a rest, you got to understand what these are. These are restarts where you're wiping away energy, when you're going on with new raw assets. You see, this is all new energy. This is source energy now. It's like if you can't exist in certain vibrations if you're not ready. You can't exist in higher levels of energy and higher levels of vibrations if you're not ready. This is why we talk about having your divine mindset, having your divine mind and being spiritually connected. Because as the power grows, as the energy grows, as you again, you will start speaking things into existence by mistake. You're not in control of your own mouth and your own words. And then we wasting power on things because we not even using it right. We just speaking it and it coming to pass. Like, I didn't mean that to happen. Don't play with crutches. Don't play with crutches because you're going to bring that power into existence. And that's the power of the gods in the new sixth sun. You want something to happen, it's happening. You want something to, it's going to manifest. It's going to fly to you. It's going to knock somebody over to get to you. This is expansion. This is this new world. This is the door. This door ain't for everybody. This door ain't for scammers. This door ain't for hustlers. It ain't for pulpit pimps. This door is for the gods. This new energy is only for the gods. See, like I'm telling you, like you gotta understand like what goodwill is. Like I tell you, see, what's happening in the world right now is what I learned last year. People will play stupid. I think that's what's happening right now. Ain't nobody talking about politics. Why? Nobody talking about politics. Everybody just sitting here watching, waiting for their chance to say something. Ain't that a real thing? Nobody's even hype about nothing. Nobody's angry at these niggas and angry at these niggas. No opposition, nothing. People just playing along, biding their time. See what I'm saying? Like that shit to me is where I'm like, yo, where's the politic news at? Where's the this guy running for election? Where's the scandal? It's not even scandal. It's nothing. Because see, that's the mindset of people. A lot of people woke up, bro. A lot of people are living a woke life. They feel like they have to be in disguise. They feel like they can't trust the media. They can't trust the news. They can't trust their friends. They don't know who else is woke. So everybody is just having what they call this shit, like casual conversations and shit, waiting for this the activation, waiting to show that they woke and shit. This is the type of shit I'm seeing. You know? Yeah, that's the opposite of what I hear though. What they say about too many niggas. That's the opposite what I hear. See, we know us. Too many niggas. What? Too many niggas bring heat. That's the opposite. That's how I grew up. Oh no, you can't have too many niggas in here. It's gonna get hot as a motherfucker. Too many niggas bring heat. You know what I mean? You get a bunch of people and shit. The sun gonna come out. Every cloud will disappear. I mean, the temperature just gonna just go through the roof. Too many niggas is gonna burn up this bitch. You see what I'm saying? We the soul people. We the soul beings. We glow. We got the light that shines. You know what I'm saying? I told you, Uno is star. All us is stars. Every nigga is a star, bro. We are the soul people. All of us have that soul connection. We are the stars. We are reincarnated stars. We are from that same energy, that same source of oneness. Again, the sun is one. I know it's hard to understand it, but when you're dealing in letters, the S is a connection. The X is the connection. That's like a rope. The S is a rope. It's to tie it to something. The S symbolizes a rope to tie it to something. So when you say the S in front of the sun, is symbolizing a connection to the one. Universe. The S is just us letting you know that this is part of that big thing. We a big thing. We the big thing. That thing in the sky is just there to help us on our journey. Like, see, that's why again, like I tell you about, like I used to try to keep reminding us about Venus and the stars in the sky and their connection to us. The moon and its connection to us. You don't need to go to Andromeda to find out if you connected. Like I say, if it's a full moon, it's going to be a high tide, right? What does that mean? That means that something about the moon is going to raise the water level. So the tides are going to be high. Now you 99.9% water. Don't you think that's going to affect you? If it's affecting everything else, water, liquid, fluid, that's going to affect you too. So people thought of that. People made attention. People, you know what I mean? They were aware. These is gods here. These is not, like I say, what we doing is we looking at shit as measurings, as tools to measure something. You see? A lot of this stuff in the beginning, it couldn't be spooky because we were all looking for God. Looking for God in the tree. Looking for God in the water. Looking for God in the stars, because we know God, we feel God, we feel it, we feel the power. So we're looking to see the demonstration of the power. We're looking to see how we can use power that exists for our use and our benefit. Oh wow, when this happens, I can benefit. When this happens, I should do this, because if I don't do this, I won't benefit. Oh no, I might lose out. You see? So that's why we the power. That's why we use the power in other things out that are connected to us. Maybe outside of us, but it's connected to us. You see? We can use Venus. We can use the moon. We can use the sun to measure occurrences, to measure opportunities, to measure possibilities to use power, to gain more power. Because that's what we want here. Because don't nobody know how to use more power than the gods, than the people that's connected to the source, the people that's tapped into the plan, the people that are part and parcel to the plan. So we know the plan. We out here working the plan. We pushing it. We on it. It ain't spooky. Why it ain't spooky? Because there's so many signs and symbols that let me know I'm on the right path. It's so many synchronicities. It's so many likes reminding me it's happening. We here. Like I told y'all, the illest thing somebody told me was, I was telling you, I'm trying to do this. He's like, bro, we ain't trying to do shit. You doing it. And until you stop doing it, bro, that's something different. But right now you're doing it. And that's the God mentality. That's the divine mindset. When you in it, you doing it. These other niggas is trying while they doing it. Like that was me, right? I'm doing something, trying it. I mean, I'm outside of myself. I'm putting parameters on myself already and shit. I'm outside of myself trying when I should be inside of myself doing. See how that goes? When you're not one, when you're not tapped in, when you're afraid to fail. Because that's what a nigga saying he trying is. He's saying it's possible that I might fail. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck if you might fail and shit? Because if you trying, you definitely, possibly, 99 probably will fail. But if you doing, it's no failure. This is who you are. This is your life. This is your understanding. This is your embodiment. And that's oneness. When you become oneness, when you embody oneness, you're not trying to be one. You're not trying to be a god. You're trying. You're not. You know what I mean? Like you're trying to not be human. How about that? Because you are a god. You're doing it. You're like, again, like you have to find more ways to be a god. You have to find more ways to be connected, more ways to use your power because you're doing it. We're not trying to do this. Like, again, that's the resonance. That's the law of attraction. That's knowing that if you want more power, you're going to start finding information to help you get more power. If you want more knowledge, you're going to start attracting information to expand your knowledge the right time. Because this is how we work as guys. This is a mind game. This is a mind game. Yeah, it's a fight physically. We got to stay in shape. We got to stay healthy, in this physical form. But the attraction, the power is in the mind, the command, and knowing the plan. Knowing that you are one, knowing that you can be a part of a plan, knowing that don't have to, again, here's the illest thing about being a god is that you don't have to make a plan. You don't have to have a plan. You just have to be. Your existence, I tell you, remember I tell y'all like what I wrote, like, yo, I just want to demonstrate the power. I want to demonstrate the shit. That's all you have to do as God first. That's all you have to do. You have to live it. You have to demonstrate it. You have to connect to it. That's all you have to do. You see, you don't have to worry about anything other than finding that inner peace and that inner bliss first. I am. I am. You're not happy right now? It's a reason. You want more out of life? It's a reason. Not satisfied with what they're giving you? It's a reason. I am. See, everybody, again, don't feel the way we feel. They not. But when I am gets an itch, when I am has an appetite, when I am wants more, has desires and shit, they are fulfilled. Like, that's what you got to know about yourself, is that when you have a desire, is that when you have a goal, it will be fulfilled. You have to use the power of I am. You have to use the power of the source. You have to use the power that lies within. You have to call this to you. You have to will this to you. You know, like again, like people don't understand when I be saying, I use the law of attraction to get like to get girls and stuff like that. Nigga, I do. The fuck? I'm telling y'all know I'm the lowest self-esteemist nigga in the world. I do. I do. I've been doing that shit since I was young. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. Because I do. That's what you gotta do. You gotta use the law of attraction and everything. Because if it's not yours spiritually, if it's not yours mentally, then bro, it's not yours. That's how you got. That's what I'm saying. Like about like you like as a god, you can't get jealous. You got mind power. You got divine power. You see what I'm saying? I don't have to run out in the middle of the dance floor unless I want to dance because I got divine power. It's a you ever see that shit like a, you know what I mean? An evil eye, but it's the love eye. It's the God eye. You know what I'm saying? That's how I lead. That's how I introduce myself. That's how I walk into a building. I told y'all when I was young, I used to go to the club every night, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. During it, I had a day party, and every day I would go to the club, my stomach would bubble into knots, like I got the BGs every time. Right before I get to the door, I get in the club for free, and my friends free, but I don't know that. I'm scared to death walking to this door. I don't think nobody like me. Nobody gonna know me. They're gonna play me some every time. Sometimes on Saturday, it'd be twice. Like a Saturday, they got a day party. Twice, I got the worst feeling in my stomach, and I do it every day, twice a day, because I ain't afraid, but I'm afraid like a motherfucker. So it's like, yeah, that's my thing. Like I say, like so when I go to these places, I'm visualizing it. So let's go back. So yeah, I'm afraid, but while I'm afraid, I'm visualizing the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, it's not gonna be bad. It's gonna be good, cause I gotta stop this bubbly stomach, right? So no, it's not gonna be bad. It's gonna be good. They're gonna be fucking with me. They're gonna be nice to me and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the doorman gonna fuck. What's the nigga name? Such and such. He gonna be cool with me today. I might have to. You know what I mean? Like I'm thinking of the shit. I'm thinking of life before. That's why I tell y'all when y'all get up in the morning, plan out your day. Imagine your day. You're the God. You're sitting there with the paintbrush. You're painting your day. Don't let too much happen to you. Don't be a victim of circumstance when you got all power. Ain't no victim of circumstances with all power and shit. You dig what I'm saying? Okay, let's get into that. Let's get into that. You know, I guess that is another lecture though. But we could dig into that for a couple minutes, and that will be another lecture though. I dig that though. You know, how is the key, right? How is the key? How do you condition your mind to be God, right? You know the gods exist. You resonate with the gods. You resonate with all power. You know it, but how do you condition yourself to accept your reality, to accept your I am? You're not defeated. You're not downtrodden. You're the guys. How do you connect to that? How do you embrace that? This is the test. Again, I tell you, you have to practice being God. You have to practice what you feel. You have to test what you know. We ain't in school no more. We ain't got Miss Johnson giving you pop quizzes. You gotta be Miss Johnson. You gotta be Miss Johnson. How do you recondition your mind? You have to let yourself know that the outcome that you thought was going to happen is not going to happen. You have to keep going because, again, we've probably been in enough situations where people told us what we can't do, that it's a program that we got to find ourselves in more situations where we know what we can do versus what somebody done told us. That's the practice. Yeah, we done heard it before. Well, let me do it more times than I've heard it. Because, again, if you think you're going to fall, you have to ride until you don't fall. Until it, again, that's the thing about the practice and shit. Like, that's why you see, because you have to practice being not. You have, I can tell y'all, there's so many reasons to do something, but there's so many reasons not to do something. I have to practice not being a loser, not being a fuck nigga, not taking shortcuts. I have to practice not wanting to chase. I have to practice, you know what I mean? Like I say, like, yo, bro, if you don't smoke, if you don't drink, go hang around some niggas that do. That's the test. The test ain't sitting in the house, because it ain't about what the fuck another nigga doing. It's about you and your mental conditioning. Are you conditioned to believe that this is the only way I can have fun? This is the only way I can have a good time? This is the only way girls like me? This is the only way I'll be cool? You got to get into a space to prove that it's not. Even if you're around some people that don't do that, that don't mean that the people that do that gonna think you cool. That, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the power of us. The power of us is not in our circumstance. The power of us is not in our environment. The power of us are not in the obstacles. You see, the power is what we surmount, is how we surpass, overcome. This is the difference. Like, the conditioning has to start by motion, by action. There is no nice guy God, because the nice guy would have stayed weak. The nice guy would have never took the step onto the spiritual journey. The nice guy wouldn't have left the people that's heading in the wrong direction. The nice guy would have fell for the trap, would have bit the bait. See? The God is on a higher self journey. He's not falling for the okie doke. The guy's not going for the banana in the tailpipe. The guy has to put himself first. So some people might not think that's nice. This is the conditioning that we got to fight. This is the fight that we do every day. Again, you got to practice. Like I say, bro, like, you got to practice not falling for the, like, the illest shit. This is the illest shit. The illest shit is going to a strip club and not spending no money. You got to practice that, right? You go to a strip club, you want to lose a bankroll, right? You go to a casino, you want to spend all your money, right? Like, you can't say you're not a gambler, you kick the habit because you don't go to a casino or some shit, or you don't play pity pack or some shit. Like, again, like, all of this shit is, you have to be set the stage. You got to be able to have a conversation with the devil, a conversation with the adversary, and not bite. Because again, these are descriptions and depictions of your divinity. You can have a conversation with the devil. You can have a conversation with your enemy and not be tempted. That shows your higher level, your higher connection. You're knowing who you are. Like, I'm telling y'all, like, people might not understand, like, bro, like, you can fall for short-term gain if you don't know the long-term reward. If you ain't playing the long game, you're going to lose the short game. If you're not playing for your destiny, then you're going to fall into any door that's open. You see what I'm saying? So once you have to figure out your destiny, your path, your connection to source, then you're looking for specific doors. You're looking for specific signs, specific trademarks, specific symbols. And if it don't align, resonate, those are doors you don't enter in. But yeah, there are people that don't have the long game, that don't have the I am, that aren't connected. They're not looking for the signs and symbols. They walking into any door and they're being disrupted. You see? So we're not mad at those people neither. But again, you asked me how, right? So this is how. That's how. You got to practice. Now you know. Now you know you got to be God around a bunch of devils. Now that you know, you got to be God around a bunch of sex workers. You got to be God around a bunch of pimps and hustlers. You know? Because again, you can think that you something until you get around some people that's really manipulating minds. really creating zombies and slaves, right? Sex workers and whatever, right? Creating um sugar daddies and taking people money. You see what I'm saying? Like, you think you on point until you get around some people that'll take you off your plan, right? You think you on point till you get around some real hustlers and some real smooth talkers. That's the practice. That's the I am and shit. You can't stay away from 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 the seasons, bro. You can't, and your goal ain't to run away from the seasons. Our goal is to be able to deal with the seasons, to be able to exploit the seasons and to profit from the seasons because they change. This is a part of the process. It rains, it snows, it's sunny days. Each day is a blessing. Each day is a blessing. Each day could be prophetic when you are one, when you tapped in, when you in the know. You know what I'm saying? Peace out to Goofy Guru. Peace to the God. But yeah, you gotta go through the door, you know? But I mean, you don't have to go through the door when you on destination. But you can go through the door. I would tell you to go through the door. But Beyond Smith is going to tell you to go through the door. The gods, the advanced gods, is going to tell you to go through the door. It ain't a prerequisite when you on journey, when you higher selfish, when you know you got a mission. But yeah, if you feeling like you not sure, if you feeling like you don't know that you different, you might gotta go through some of these doors and find out that that ain't me. I'm not with that. Like again, like they tell you about some of them parties in Hollywood and shit. I've never seen nobody like again like I've never seen nobody forced to do nothing. Never. Never. I see motherfuckers breaking their neck to get into places. Like, it be lines to get into a nigga house sometimes, you know? And like on a real life shit, you don't even know. Cause it'd be like, sometimes this how it be. If it's like a party, like these niggas is weird. They'll make you park your car and get on the bus, get on the shuttle. You can't even know where the house is at. Like, this is how they play. That's the crazy shit to me. It's certain parties I can't go to. I'm not going on a party that I gotta get on a bus to go to the party. But people do that, bro. They park their car at a place and then everybody get on this bus. The bus to take you back and forth. We ready to leave? The bus leave every 10, 20. You know what I mean? And so I've never seen nobody at these places forced to do anything. I seen people looking, where's the bus? There's a bus. They got a bus. Where is it? Don't even know. Just see a bus and they know it's lit. So if you can't if you can't sit there and say no, that's nobody else's fault. You want to know how to be this? Like I tell you, it's so many things you could do, but it's so many more important things not to do. I am what I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like I am what I'm not. I'm the things that I fight every day not to be. I'm the things that I know every day are going to do me harm. That I know that don't mean no good. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what represents me and shit. You know what I mean? Because I understand, like again, you have to understand that who you are might be so out of the realm of imagination to most people. Who you will be, who your destiny is leading you to be, might be unfathomable to most people. So you just gotta let them know what you not, what you don't stand for, your principles and your morals. I'm standing on principles. I ain't standing on no fucking business. You know what I'm saying? I'm standing on morals. I'm standing on oneness. Not your business, not your cutthroat reality. You see, like everything we doing has greater goals. Goals for greater good. You see what I'm saying? It ain't about business. It's about that peace and about that inner bliss. You see, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I walk, man. Listen, let's find out what we're not, what we're made of, because that is our specialty. That's our connection. You see what I'm saying? Like, again, like, I wouldn't say a person is weak because they can't get out the door. They can't say no to certain things. But like I said in that book, like, we got to get used to having a bowl of candy in our house. Like, every time you go to grandma's house, that bowl of candy sitting there. She don't walk around all day eating that same bowl of candy. Just because you see something don't mean you got to indulge in it. This is the discipline. This is the I am. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we gotta approach this situation and shit. You know? Yeah, we trying to show them the way, man. Peace to the God. Tell you I fell out there on this beautiful Monday. Y'all can definitely build in. It's been an hour. We an hour in. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Yeah, man. This is it. This is it, man. Are there gods? Yes, there are gods. What was the other part too that he gave me and shit? Oh, I missed a lot. What do you say? Nice guys stay pussy. Wow, big fact. I missed a lot. I'm sorry. This shit's moving. Thoroughly escape the invisible bonds. Let's start there. Let's start there. You know what I mean? Like, I was there. That's what I'm saying. Like, how do you know you really out of this shit? Because as soon as your shit come up, it's going to fuck up your whole plan and shit. As soon as you get caught with a big button, a smile and shit, everything out the door and shit. You know what I mean? Like, for real. Like, again, I got a homeboy and shit. Like, this nigga go to strip club. He don't tip nobody. He don't tip nobody. But he the biggest trick in the world. I seen this nigga buy boxes of clothes and send them to girls. Like, imagine this shit. Like, you gotta think, like, yo, I'm not doing nothing as half as this nigga did. Like, I didn't book, of course, we all real nigga shit. But this nigga, he not going. He got discipline on some real life shit. And if you can see past that, you know what I'm saying? He fuck around and change your whole life and shit. But he don't give a fuck about what you think about him. Because he used to be a weird nigga throwing a lot of money in the ship. You know what I'm saying? But now he not that guy no more. Now he'll just sit there and think that he's going to get the right person for liking him. And yeah, if you find out he got money, it's your benefit. If you find that I'm divine, that's your benefit. I'm not here to walk in the door and prove my divinity and shit. I am. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro, I'm not running from shit. Like, I'm not hiding. And like, see, that's the thing. Like I say, like, shout out to Facebook. Like, so everybody know I love Facebook, right? I love Facebook to death, right? So we got 5,000 friends on Facebook, but last week the motherfuckers ain't like nothing. They wasn't fucking with nothing that was cracking on YouTube. Nothing that was like Instagram started doing good, right? But Facebook, like that real pure, unadulterated, ugh, priest king. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to hear none of that shit. I'm like, bro, but what is this shit going? It's doing all right. You're like, yeah. So it's like, bro, like, you know, there are there are people out here on your same type of vibe and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to water yourself down, is what I was saying to that answer that question. If there was a question, I don't know how I got there, but I think I was trying to say, um, I don't know what I was trying to say, but yeah, we have a download, to upload, serve, and never know when it's up. What? No, we have a download. Oh, okay. Ew. Ew. What? God damn. That shit about to bring me to tears. Ew. God damn. That nigga got the title. I'm telling y'all, he got the title. I mean, it's been a whole lot of superstars in this here stage here tonight. But god damn, this nigga got the title. He says we have a download to upload. Ooh, and serve. That's dope, bro. That's crazy. That's ill. That I mean, I'm just saying, like you talk about point. That's ill. We have a download to upload. Like we got a download from the cosmos to upload to the, you know what I mean, to the motherfucking world. That's dope. And to serve, like I dig that. Like to serve and never know when it's up. I can dig that. But again, I know what my downloads be, what my uploads be working out. Like I test my uploads and shit. But maybe that's, I don't know how I got there. But yeah, like that's what we're talking about. I guess that's how we got there. I don't know. Something I was saying about like different testing you gotta test your uploads though. Because again, you gotta test it. That's the whole shit with this whole shit's about. Testing your uploads. But yeah. Oh man. Shout out to everybody that was hanging out today. You are not a drop in the universe. You are the entire universe with us. Everything was good, man. I appreciate y'all. Got any questions, man? I don't want to just make it too long winded up in this design, you know. They say you're divine, you never run up on anything. I don't know, but I don't know. I don't know what that means. But yeah, I feel what you're saying though. But I think that has what we were saying earlier. Like you're just you shoot good, you're just not. But I don't know. You're divine and you're not. What the hell? You're divine and you're not running from anything. No. But I don't know what that means. But um, it sounds good too. I don't know what that means though. But you're divine and you're not running from anything. No, I'm not running from anything. But like, here's the thing too though. Like I'm saying, like this is what I'm learning here. We could. I'm gonna go for a couple minutes because I got the guy that Luciana in here and God Beyond Smith in here. But I'm gonna just go for a couple minutes. Shout out to everybody on playback. But okay, so yes, right. My question is, yeah, so I'm trying to learn how to do everything at the same time. I know that's crazy, it's hard, but yeah, I'm trying to do everything at the same time. You know, like again, I would never thought that I had like it's such deep, like it's such a deep class. Like I say, like that is so many people that just really want the deep, like the shit that we was doing today. You know what I mean? Like, and that's dope. But then it's enough people that want the new stuff. That's dope too. So it's like that is really interesting, and hopefully this week I can figure out the balance um, of doing both. I think the pop culture stuff is definitely, let's say, all of that shit is embedded in the stuff that I do. It's all right there, so it don't really, But the people on Facebook don't like that stuff. Um, y'all seen it. I went from 50 to 60 views, a minimum, up to 100 views to zilch, 0 views, no views. shit be crazy, but yeah. Shout out to everybody hanging out. I'm sorry this should be keep cutting off. It's crazy, but I will see you guys later. It's the night shift. Shout out to the guys though. We up. Nobody told me today. I love you. Love being in love with you. Oh yes, I do. Peace to the gods. Shout out to Just See in a building. Shout out to Goddess Luki Hana in a building. And Joe. Shout out to Bjorn Smith in a building. Shout out to Shani, Goddess Abundance in the building. Shout out to Zaya. I'm trying to park, sorry. But I'll hit my guy. Zaya in the building. And shout out to my guy, Goofy. Goofy Goober. Goofy Goober.
Best value brand. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.9% APR in the 2024 Honda Accord and a 2.9% APR.
Yeah. Told you today, I love you, love being in love with you. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Peace. Hey, and Mistress just snuck up in here. Mistress Forgiveness and a billion. Oh yeah. I think this was a good one though. You know? They gonna get better. I'm gonna keep working, y'all. Keep trying. So don't give up on me yet. Keep working. Alright. Love ya. See ya tomorrow, same time, same bad channel. Peace.